This video will explore how various aspects of speech affect the way we're viewed and what they may reveal about our personalities, upbringing, emotional states, and intentions. One of the first things people notice about your speech is the tone you use. A calm, steady tone generally conveys authority and confidence, which is often perceived positively. People with lower-pitched, even tones are usually seen as competent and capable. Research shows that listeners tend to interpret a lower pitch as a sign of confidence, which is why public speakers, leaders, and managers often aim for steadier, controlled tones to command respect. Conversely, a higher-pitched, tense tone can be interpreted as a sign of anxiety or insecurity. This is why, when people are nervous, their voices often rise in pitch, which listeners may subconsciously pick up on. This shift in tone can lead others to assume that the speaker lacks confidence, affecting the speaker's credibility. On the opposite end, a softer, empathetic tone can create a sense of warmth and approachability. Such a tone is often linked to people who are perceived as caring and understanding, qualities that make them more relatable and trusted. When people use a soft, calm voice, they are often seen as more emotionally aware and compassionate. But tone is only half the story. While how you say something shapes the mood, the words you choose reveal even deeper clues about your values, background, and beliefs. Number 2, word choice. Someone who frequently uses sophisticated or technical vocabulary may be perceived as highly educated or intellectually inclined. Word choice is a strong indicator of cognitive background, and people often unconsciously categorize others based on the level of vocabulary they use. A person who uses formal or academic language might be seen as more serious or professional, while someone who uses informal or slang terms might come across as more laid back or relatable. Beyond vocabulary complexity, the specific types of words used reveal values and perspectives. Someone who frequently uses action-oriented words like achieve, goal, or focus may be seen as driven and success-oriented. Meanwhile, a person who often uses words like care, support, and help might be seen as compassionate and community-focused. Language also reflects cultural background. Certain phrases, idioms, or regional dialects provide insight into where a person grew up or which social groups they belong to. This can influence perceptions, as people often attribute certain characteristics, both positive and negative, to different regional or cultural backgrounds. While your choice of words paints a vivid picture of your values and background, the pace and rhythm of your speech can reveal a whole new layer of your personality. Number 3, the speed at which someone speaks can significantly impact the way they're perceived. Fast speakers are often seen as enthusiastic and confident, with a quick pace suggesting that they have a lot to say and are excited to share it. However, speaking too quickly can sometimes signal nervousness or lack of control, especially if the speaker's words are jumbled or hard to understand. Rapid speech can give the impression that a person is overly anxious, which might detract from their credibility. Slow speech, on the other hand, can indicate thoughtfulness and calmness. When someone takes time to articulate each word, it suggests that they are carefully considering what they say. However, if someone speaks too slowly, they risk being perceived as unconfident or lacking engagement. Finding a balanced pace that feels natural, yet intentional, is key to conveying competence and relatability. Moreover, rhythm and pauses play a role in conveying control and confidence. A speaker who naturally incorporates pauses allows listeners to absorb information and gives the impression of thoughtful deliberation. Too many hesitations or fillers, like and can signal uncertainty or lack of preparation, while intentional pauses can emphasize key points, making the speaker seem more authoritative. Now, just as pace and rhythm reveal enthusiasm or control, the accent you carry can shape how people perceive and trust you. Number 4. Accents and dialects offer a window into a speaker's origins and identity, often affecting the listener's perception on multiple levels. Studies have shown that people frequently make assumptions about others based on their accents, as accents are tied to cultural and socio-economic backgrounds. For instance, some might perceive certain accents as more sophisticated or refined, while others might be linked to friendliness or approachability. Regional accents can also evoke stereotypes, both positive and negative. In some cases, accents associated with specific regions or social groups are unfairly stigmatized, leading people to make assumptions about intelligence or capability. However, an accent can also enhance credibility depending on the context. For example, a Southern accent in the United States might be perceived as warm and trustworthy, especially in casual or personable settings. However, in formal or technical settings, that same accent could lead to negative biases, as people may, often unconsciously, associate different accents with varying levels of expertise or credibility. Accent can also be a powerful tool in forging connections. When people share similar accents or dialects, they often feel a sense of solidarity or kinship, which can increase trust and rapport. However, a very distinct accent might make a person feel like an outsider in a new environment, affecting both their self-esteem and the way others perceive them. While accent and dialect reveal origins and biases, the way you shape your sentences with inflection adds layers of emphasis and authenticity. Number 5. Inflection, which is the way pitch changes throughout a sentence, reveals our emotional state and intentions. For instance, upward inflections, when a sentence ends with a raised pitch. See if you can spot it in this clip.
I've been studying communication for the last 10 years, and I'm certain that I'm going to be able to help you solve all of your communication problems.
It is sometimes associated with uncertainty or a need for validation, as if the speaker is implicitly asking a question.
Solve all of your communication problems. Solve all of your communication problems.
This speech pattern, often called uptalk, can make a person seem less authoritative or confident. Downward inflections, on the other hand, give a sense of finality and assurance.
I've been teaching communication now for the last 10 years, and I'm certain I'm going to be able to help you solve all of your communication issues.
When people end sentences with a lower pitch, it communicates confidence and helps them appear more assertive and trustworthy. This is why politicians and public speakers are often trained to end statements with downward inflections, as it gives the impression of control and conviction. Intonation, which is the rise and fall of the voice in speaking, also plays a key role in revealing authenticity. When people speak with natural, varied intonation, they are perceived as more genuine. Monotone voices, on the opposite side, are often associated with disinterest or lack of emotion, which can distance the speaker from their audience. But even the most carefully chosen words lose their power without the right physical cues to back them up. Number 6. Body language. Finally, the non-verbal cues accompanying speech, like facial expressions, gestures, and eye contact, profoundly influence perception. A speaker who makes eye contact, uses expressive gestures, and maintains an open posture is generally seen as more persuasive and trustworthy. Conversely, someone who avoids eye contact or has closed body language may be perceived as nervous, insincere, or untrustworthy, regardless of what they're actually saying. The synergy between spoken language and body language often determines the overall impression a speaker leaves. When words and body language align, the message is perceived as more powerful and genuine. If there's a mismatch, such as someone smiling while delivering bad news, it can create a sense of dissonance and distrust. In conclusion, the way we talk is a complex, multifaceted reflection of who we are.